Hi, I'm Ling Nah. I'm a visual artist and I work mainly with drawing with charcoal. I use it to actually create large-scale architectural spaces. It is inspired by the architecture spaces in the city. And these spaces are usually transitional, meaning that we don't stay in these spaces for long. For the Singapore Art Museum Touch collection, it is actually inspired by another space within the house, part 2, scene 1 and scene 2. Instead of presenting this touch collection in a two-dimensional format, I decided to actually turn it into 3D. The same touch collection is actually made up of 6 white cubes. Each cube has their own design and, like windows or doors. It also has 2 types of spiral staircases and a white chair and a black chair. So basically, the player can actually create different permutation of a model of their own house. So they could actually arrange these cubes and spiral staircases in different arrangement, perhaps even to come together to share or to collaborate to actually build a house. The SAM Touch collection, one of its objectives is to actually share it with visually impaired students and participants, and it can be brought down to them. So we had a chance to actually share this touch collection with some visually impaired students in Ahmad Ibrahim Secondary School, which happens to be my alma mater. I was actually quite excited to go back. And we had this workshop with selected students from Sec 1 to 4. I think they are also quite curious. What is this all about? It's very different from an exhibition in a gallery. I think it's more meaningful, and it's also more hands-on and one-to-one kind of interaction, and to be able to see them how they respond to the collection. One of the ideas of creating this artwork is, of course, to encourage the players to be able to look beyond the kind of spaces they live in. Because financially or physically, they might not be able to build such a house, but with these models, it is kind of a way to give them the opportunity to design their own space. Yeah, touch is actually very important because I use a lot of charcoal. Charcoal is actually it's very tactile. I like being in full contact with my drawing material. When I use charcoal and draw on the wall, I don't like people to touch it because then it will smear it, right, and then destroy it. But then I realized, that is the interesting part, right? If people touch it, be it law, this is life, even if it's fixed, it's actually temporary. It's like the transitional spaces that I talked about.